Less salt and sea, and less fire and blood than in the first episode, yet still is taut with tension and unexpected danger, as wielding a crossbow in the dark. Welcome to TurnTable Tuesdays reaction podcasts to Season 3 of House of the Dragon, the prequel to Game of Thrones. Be forewarned, each episode carries a spoiler alert as we watch the dance of the dragons unfold. The podcasts may also reference Fire and Blood, the novel which the series is based upon. So, without further ado,
The Bodies of the Queens is on display in Season 2, The 3 Queens. We see Rhaenyra first, the grief-stricken mother who upon the death of her second dragon-riding son rages at her inner circle, accusing them of treason, of betraying their queen, before shuttering herself off inside her chambers at Dragonstone, her exiled seat of power. Then we see the Queen Mother Alicent maneuvering through the Red Keep Palace at King's Landing, capital of Westeros and the Seven Kingdom. She's constantly on the move, deliberately outpacing her chief Queensguard, as she's orchestrating what she hopes to be a peaceful abdication, which some might call treason if it were discovered explicitly voiced by a noble lord just before he tries to rape her. And only briefly in two flourishes do we see the reigning Queen Helaena, always the Ophelia of this epic, whose spacey gentility and strange oracle pronouncements dominate her every appearance throughout the series. She's used as a mouthpiece by her mother, although for what costs we are yet to learn. Alicent continues to be the focus of unexpected desires for 3 straight seasons, which is definitely more a TV show than a book thing. Last season, we had to deal with the shocking discovery that Lord Larys the Clubfoot has blackmailed her to satisfy his most peculiar fetish. Season 3, Episode 1, The Moment of Nonverbal Oedipal Confession by her son Aemond the New King, which we could call The Kiss. Now we have to watch an attempted rape. I will have to reread the book, but I don't remember those pages having such an erotic fixation on Alicent, which the show has always had. And I don't know what it means. Yes, the actress Olivia Cooke is quite beautiful and talented. Are the situations probable? Yes, but don't misunderstand me. I'm not a prude, and I'm not calling for a Victorian drama. But there's something gratuitous and untowards about her depiction which grates me. King Daemon dominates the story. Every scene is his. Matt Smith has always given him a most rock and roll swagger since his first appearance in Season 1, and this episode is a reminder of his memorable prowess. Which doesn't mean Daemon isn't a confounding presence. Although it would be a violation of the text, his possible betrayal of Rhaenyra still hovers over his actions, even his whispered counsel. And his bruised relationships with the women who have shared his life is perhaps a dangerous mortal omen for what may occur. Specifically, his blunt dismissal of the witch Alice Rivers, demanding he should press the queen to give her the symbolic yet haunted castle of Harrenhal to reward her behind-the-scenes pull of wielding an army to her cause for a critical victory. A pity Daemon has never heard of a woman scorned. For at the end of another excellent episode, the king will collapse literally at her feet, begging for help, bleeding to death. He and his gigantic dragon Vhagar were quick to single-handedly, it appears, take Harrenhal, but he was too arrogant and short-sighted to kill the Castellan Simon Strong, a fat, jolly, genial old man who had survived many such invasions with the skill of a maester. He dispatched him and his soft sons, but not before one parted with an effective stab to the back. Alice Rivers. Remember the name? The storyline of Rhaena, the dragon sheep stealer, and Jane Eyre, Lady of the Vale, is more an invention of show than book, so its development has to be followed. I don't know where it's going, which is a good thing, I guess. Rhaena's grief for her bumbling and costly intrusion into battle is understandable, but so is her old foe, Lady Eyre's cold, then calculated responses. Jane Eyre was one of my favorite characters from Season 2, so the promise of more from her is greatly welcomed. The sea snake plotline from the Battle of the Gullet was ended too patly. What is this, Law and Order SVU? It felt deeply unsatisfying, a surprisingly lazy cleanup from the show. The liberties the show creates for Rhaenyra taking the throne aren't too egregious, aside from the original idiotic premise of Rhaenyra and Alicent exchanging incognito visits into enemy territory for Season 1 and 2 cliffhangers. So Rhaenyra has to prove she has a kingly sword before she can be seated on the Iron Throne. And since the showrunners are already taking liberties, why not have her be forced by Daemon to hack at the head of Otto Hightower, a surprise gift from Larys and Absentia right before the newly captured Alicent and Helaena are delivered to the court? Which, judging by the silent but accusatory looks between the two queens, not part of the original bargain. Presumably, she did not know her father and Helena's grandsire had been held in the black cells beneath the keep. The show does allow him the dignity after his extended absence of getting in one less foreshadowing dig against Rhaenyra before she proves him true. Every episode can't be a classic, but this was largely a very good episode. Very good, but what do you think? Feel free to agree or disagree. Just leave your comments below and be sure to subscribe. Consume more of our content and ring the bell to be notified of when we drop more content like this. Remember, winter is coming, and thanks for listening.